Welcome to GAS Arabian Services, Code of Conduct Business Ethics Policy and Compliance Guidelines Awareness Training. This training will provide essential information and guideline about our business processes, build a solid foundation about the company's business ethics and policy, and a preventive tool in identifying possible violation of our policies and applicable laws. At GAS Arabian Services, we have a code of conduct, business ethics policy and compliance guideline in place to protect ourselves and our organization. It helps us understand our accountability, operates with honesty, integrity, and fairness, uphold the highest value and ethics, which is a key principles on how GAS Arabian Services does business. GAS Arabian Services, Code of Conduct, Business Ethics Policy and Compliance applies across all our businesses in Dammam, Jubail, Yanbu and all our affiliates. For the remainder of this training we will refer to the Code of Conduct, Business Ethics Policy and Compliance simply as COC and GAS Arabian Services the company as GAS. The COC is applied to everyone working for GAS, whether you're CEO, director, manager, employee, contractor or subcontractor, trainee or volunteer. COC uphold the value and ethics that are fundamental to the way we do business. We will start by our core business values that we should exercise at all times. Integrity, we abide by the highest ethical standards, and always take responsibility for our actions. Reliability, we fulfill our promises, meeting the standards and timelines our clients expect. Teamwork, we are a diverse workforce whose different skill sets give us collective strength. Innovation, we are open to change and new ideas, welcoming improvement in all areas. Respect, we value our coworkers, clients and partners, knowing when to listen, give credit, and offer honest and constructive feedback. Passion, we love what we do. This fuels our total commitment. At the highest level, it means we work together collectively as a team to get the desired outcome by sharing information and having open and honest communication channels. We take full ownership of our action, success and failures, and we do what we say we do, to treat others how we would like to be treated and understand the value of diversity by maximizing our efforts and strive to continuously improve ourselves. The initial release of GAS Code of Conduct and Business Ethics Policy was on 1st of August 2011 and it was revised several times. The latest update, known as COC version 4, was released in 10th of September 2020. With this in mind, we will also look upon the fundamental aspects of COC and guide all employee, whether new, has change of designation, and existing employee as a refresher about key topics which include conflict of interest, financial code of conduct and record keeping, confidentiality of information, anti-bribery compliance, anti-money laundering compliance, communications, fraud, theft and embezzlement, employment practices, safety, health and environment, company asset, insider information and trading, information technology policy. All of these topics are covered in more details as we go through this training. Failure to comply to COC is contrary to the principles of integrity and fairness, and are harmful to GAS reputation among customers, principals, joint venture and the local community. GAS has zero-tolerance approach to breaches of the COC and all applicable compliance. Failure to adhere may have negative consequence to the company and may result to blacklisting as a vendor by key customer, government legal actions against the company and affiliates, heavy financial penalty and imprisonment, possible bankruptcy of the company. For individual level, any employees who violates our COC, GAS policies and applicable laws, will be subjected to disciplinary action, legal action, termination of employment, heavy penalty in accordance with applicable laws, or imprisonment. Any reported violation will be handled by GAS Compliance Committee. GAS Compliance Committee are divided into 3 committees. First is Compliance Committee headed by our Vice Chairman and CEO, Mr. Faisal Khalid Al-Dabble. Second is Investigation Committee, headed by our Chief Operating Officer, Mr. Arif Khalid Al-Dabble, and the third one is Enforcement Committee, headed by our HR and Admin Manager, Mr. Hussein Al-Ghanem. Once a report case has been submitted to the internal committee, the following course of action will carry out by the committee. 1. The Investigation Committee will gather all necessary information. 2. Compliance Committee will meet after the investigation report is submitted and decide appropriate action. 3. Enforcement Committee will implement the decided action and report back to the Compliance Committee. It has been discussed on the previous topic the consequences of violation of COC, and this is just a reminder that GAS will not tolerate any such violation and will implement necessary action. GAS uphold moral values and urge employees and members to exercise high standards of business and personal ethics. Practice honesty and integrity and comply with applicable laws and regulations. It is the responsibility of GAS employees to comply with the Code of Conduct, Business Ethics Policy and Compliance Guideline and report violations or suspected violations in accordance with whistle-blowing policy. The following are the mechanism for whistle-blowing. Any GAS employee who reports in good faith a suspected or fraudulent activity is referred to as a whistleblower. A whistleblower's reported information will be investigated immediately to confirm the facts. A whistleblower may report illegal practices, wrongdoing, and/or unethical behavior or acts concerning but not limited to misuse of power and authority, misuse of company assets, unlawful activity or misconduct not in line with GAS Code of Conduct, Business Ethics Policy and Compliance Guideline, and violation of applicable laws and regulation in Saudi Arabia. GAS shall provide identity protection to the whistleblower as much as possible. However, such identity may have to be disclosed to conduct thorough investigation externally, to comply with the applicable laws and regulations in Saudi Arabia, and to provide accused workers their legal rights of defense. In the same manner, GAS has a non-retaliation policy in place to protect the whistleblower, which include: whistleblower has right to raise a grievance directly to committee. GAS will not tolerate any form of harassment and abuse against whistleblower. GAS will make every effort to safeguard the confidentiality of statement and other information reported by whistleblower. Disciplinary and applicable legal action will be taken against anyone who retaliates directly or indirectly against the whistleblower. GAS ensures that the concerns regarding the conduct of employees which requires formal investigation are investigated in a fair and consistent manner, and the right of the employee during the process will be given due care. GAS will ensure the investigation will be full and fair. Employees must have to cooperate in any inquiries and investigation. The right of the employees during the investigation process will be given due care.